Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the iMDirect MySeniorventure Webinar. First off, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. Welcome, and thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us. My name is Jeff Sullivan, and I am a national marketer for iMDirect, and I am joined today by my colleague Nick Bartlett. He's also a marketer here at iMDirect. And I would quickly just like to set up a few ground rules for our session today. Everyone will be on mute, so if you do have any questions or anything, there is the chat that you can ask questions. Take some time. If we go over something and you have a question about it, feel free to type it in and ask anything. We will set some time up at the end of the session to go over any of those questions. So those are a few ground rules for you. Everybody's on mute, so just make sure that if you have any questions, you go into the chat and do so. Right now, I would like to introduce Trenton Olson. Trenton is one of the owners and creators of this revolutionary marketing system, MySeniorventure. Trenton is also an owner of a larger senior insurance agency in Utah. So Trenton, thanks for being here. He's going to give a quick intro to some things about the site and why it was created, and we just would like to welcome. So Trenton, take it away.
Great. Good morning. Thank you so much for having me on the call. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you all about MySeniorventure.com. It's a tool that we find to be very exciting, and as we have seen over the time that we have built it and used it, it can be a very successful tool in building your own individual block of business or practice. Let me just back up, though, and say I'd love to tell you a little bit about why we built this site. And if I go back about 5 years in time, I was actually the sales director for the largest health insurance company here in the state of Utah. And one of the things that I found, and that one of the things that my team struggled with a great deal, was people turning age 65, HR folks particularly not knowing what to do, how to direct those people that they were working with, their employees, how to answer their questions. And ultimately what we found too is that a lot of folks, you know, when they go to retire, the first person they say that they're going to retire to is their spouse or their significant other, and then the second is the HR people. And so ultimately I decided that I was going to leave that sales director position and start a new company. And that's exactly what we have done. And ultimately we work with most of the large employers here in Utah. We work with a lot of the school districts, cities, counties, and universities, healthcare systems, and more. Now along the way, I wanted to build a tool that would help those folks educate the people that are coming into their office. Now, whether it was an employer or even an individual off of the street, the data suggests that people go to the internet to try to find answers. And there was really never a product online that would walk through all of the answers and give people everything that they need without the pressure of having to take action right away. And so that's where MySeniorventure.com came from. Ultimately, I met a gentleman named Bob Height, and Bob is the actual creator behind what you see with MySeniorventure. Now, Bob is a 68-year-old gentleman that went through the process of getting his Medicare and found it to be incredibly frustrating. He was one of those folks that put his name in on an online site, and in about 15 minutes had 15 phone calls and got barraged. Ultimately, a guy came to his home when he threw the dart against the wall, and he picked this one gentleman, and he showed up on a Vespa scooter. He didn't have good information. He ultimately caused Bob to get a penalty in his enrollment, and ultimately could never get a hold of this guy again. So Bob was pretty frustrated with the process as a senior, and he thought, you know, I can help to create something that's better and that will help a lot of people. So Bob and I got together and with one other partner have created, again, MySeniorventure.com. So the entire idea behind this site was to use it as an educational resource to teach people, to give them the answers that they need when they're seeking the answers, and to not have to rely on the dozens and dozens of things that just fall into their mailbox each day. And so I can tell you from experience that we have had tremendous success with this site. I mean, with my agency alone, we had about 15 leads come in just yesterday, all brand new leads, and the majority of these are agent leads. This site can be used in many different ways, and that's what's exciting about it. You can use it to simply educate people before you go out to meet them. You can direct them to your own site to say, please review the information before I come out, so that you've got a good knowledge of Medicare and other products that are out there. And people love that, because ultimately they get good knowledge before you get there, and then ultimately, too, they have a lot more trust in you because you're presenting them with a very professional site. This site also can be used within the employer market, like I had mentioned. And so I know the guys will get into this in a little bit relative to all that the tool can do for you, but you can work together with larger associations, credit unions, employer groups, universities, and more to set yourself up as the expert in the area and provide them with this free tool for them. And so ultimately, it can be used in lots of ways, where you can keep your name and logo on the site, or you could actually put the employer's name and logo on the site. But the key is that all of the leads will actually be coming back to you. So I call it the easy button on the site. And for those of you that haven't been in the site yet, you'll see that button, and it refers all of the questions that they have back to you and to your iPhone and email. So within about 5 seconds of someone getting on the site and wanting to ask a question, they push the button, put in their information, and up comes a text on your iPhone, whether you are out and about or you're in your office, or you get one right on your email as well. So now you can see where that lead came from, and you'll be able to call that person right back, which I did many times yesterday. And you know, people are like, gosh, I got this great information. I need more help. You know, can you help me? And that's where the planning and the tool really comes in that fashion. So the tool is built so that you can do lots of things with it. And it's got other sections as well with Social Security. It's got planning for long-term care and caregiving, because people oftentimes need help with mom or dad or information about that. Some significant discount programs, including the best hearing aid discount program in the country, hands down. And so with any of those plans that you're selling out there, clearly the Mutual of Omaha plan, you can use this site as an additional resource for those people. So yeah, I'm thrilled with it, because I know where it came from. I know that we built it from a good place and for the good reason of helping people, and I see it paying off financially every day by using the site. I was on the phone with a gentleman, too, out of Arizona, who runs an agency as well, and in his words, he said, this is a God-given tool. He said, I have changed my entire agency, and I know he's been getting somewhere between 5 and 10 leads a day as he's been building this into different credit unions and different things that he's got relationships with. So really excited about it. Guys, thanks for having me. I hope that was okay in the way of an introduction to the site. And if there's questions for me, I'm happy to take them.
Thank you, Trenton. I know you're super busy this time of year, so it's always great to have you come in and help with us on these. So thank you again. My name is Nick Bartlett. Jeff had introduced me earlier. I am a iMDirect marketer, and I just wanted to cover a few things on the site itself. Actually show you some of the items that Trenton had been talking about, and give you a better understanding of the power that's within. So firstly, this is what the site looks like when you come to it. This is not the personalized version. This is just the generic one that if you were to type in MySeniorventure.com, it will take you to. Right up front on top, you see all the tabs. You've probably been staring at the screen for quite some time now, so you've been reading through this. The Medicare University is where it's where the bulk of the information about Medicare is. You can send your clients here before your meeting. They can watch videos, which is a great resource. I've actually watched all of these, and they're a fantastic resource to get some more information about. So that way they know what they're going into before the meeting has even taken place. There's also lots of write-ups. You can compare plans to make sure that you know what the difference between the plan types are. And then here's the easy button that Trenton was talking about earlier that I know Jeff will discuss in more detail later. And then next is the discounts. I love talking about this because it's a unique aspect to this website in the sense that they're aggregated. They're all in one place, and it's personalized to you. So when somebody goes and hops onto your personalized website, you're offering them discounts that they can see. The amount of discounts that they can get on this site is unheard of, and it's a great aspect. Next, I'm just going to kind of briefly talk about if at the point at which you decide to take a part of this website and utilize this as a tool, what we would do is we would get you set up with actually a login. You can kind of see over here. A marketer with iMDirect would send you an email. There would be a link. You would click and register. After the register, you'd actually be able to get to log in. And once you logged in, you would have to set up your profile. So I'll kind of just walk you through that really quick. It's super simple. They've made it to where the amount of work it takes to do this is not very much. So right here, where you edit your account profile, I just made this one just for this webinar. Over here, you put in all your carrier information for your cell phone. Trent was talking about how the leads that get generated can go to your carrier. You would select that over here, and then whether or not you accept the different types of leads that can be produced through there. These are 4 different options. These aren't for the organic leads. These are actually for the other types of leads that you can get created. That we can cover that more later. Right here is where you would actually customize your own web link. So as you kind of saw, this is Alfred Newman's website, and this is where you would set that up. So if you were to type in MySeniorventure.com/Alfred, it takes you to the site, and this is what your clients would see when they first logged on here. And then it's got the display name. You can personalize your welcome message. You can even put your agency phone number on there, so that way when they first go to it, they can just call you directly if they have any questions. Then you can also upload your picture and submit any changes this way. You can also update this at any time. After that, you can utilize this tool to invite corporations, like also Trent was talking about. What we always recommend is go to those big companies in your town, in your city, and ask them, what do they do with their retiring employees? A lot of times that's a big expense for employers that they just don't want to cover, or they can't, and so a lot of times they don't really have a plan or an option. And what you can do is you can be that outlet. You can be that outlet agent that you set them up with this website, and you can personalize it and customize it to them, so that way they can send all of their employees to your site, and then all those leads get generated to you exclusively. So there's a company invitation page to where this is how you would invite an organization. You would just put in the organization name and their address and their information, and then they actually have their own login themselves, so they can manage their link as well. So for instance, this is the landing page that you might see a company have. This is the message. That's where they might put a message telling their employees to look around, and then obviously give the agent a call if they have any questions. That way, it just funnels all of those leads directly to you. And the best part is you can just keep creating these company invites and going out to as many as you can, setting them up. Just overall, this was just a really quick overview of the site and its capabilities. What I just covered is only the tip of the iceberg. It has the power to grow your book of business alongside a partnership with iMDirect. To better explain how to utilize this package to do just that is Jeff Sullivan. Jeff?
Thank you, Nick. I want to again thank Trenton for joining us on this call today. Trenton is a great resource for us as far as the site is concerned. Him and Bob really have done a lot to help us grow this site with our division, iMDirect. Once again, just to reiterate on some of the things that Nick went over, this site is mostly going to help you. What we focus on here at iMDirect is the Medicare market. Obviously, I know we have some iMDirect agents on with us today. We contacted you because of joining us with Mutual of Omaha and their Medicare supplements. One thing that I do want to point out is that when you join with us at iMDirect, we take care of the cost of this site for you. So it usually runs $35 a month. If you join on with iMDirect and we contract you, you actually get the site for free for a year. We take care of the expense on that end of things. So just wanted to throw that out for you guys as well. Really what you responded to an email blast that we sent out that said a way to create leads. How do I create leads is a question that a lot of you may be asking. So there are a number of different ways where you can create leads on this site. One of the best ways that we found out is to, obviously we see this site here, it's Alfred's site. Trenton talked about the fact that you can go out to universities, you can go out to credit unions, employer groups, companies throughout your community, and you can create organic leads. How do you do that? So he pointed out the easy button, which Nick kind of pointed out a little bit too. When you would refer somebody to your site, so if Alfred goes out into his community and he refers somebody to his site, myseniorventure.com/Alfred, when they go to that site, they can do everything like Nick showed you. Watch the videos, go to the Medicare University, go to the discount center, do all of those different things on there. Ultimately, what Alfred is doing by sending folks to his website is trying to create a lead. How do you create that lead? They would click on this button here, Medicare. The Medicare button takes them to the Alfred E. Newman Medicare page. Prospective client goes to that site. He clicks on what Trenton replied to as the SMART button, this green button here, contact a Medicare agent. Contacting a Medicare agent, pretty simple. They would put in their information, they would choose their state, they would choose their zip code. Then all that information would then be sent directly to Alfred. This is what we're talking about when we're saying free organic leads. iMDirect takes care of your monthly cost of the site for a year. You use it to build yourself. I know there's a lot of agents out there that have websites. You can take this website, this link, and link it to your agency website. Link it to your personal website page. So then it just gives you a whole nother level. The videos, the way to create the leads, ultimately growing your Medicare supplement business is what we like to see. Once again, there's a few things that we can do. So an agent or a client would go to this, put in their information, it would get sent to the agent as an email or as a text message. Like Trenton was saying, they got 15 text messages yesterday from agents or from clients who were referred to their site to get some information about Medicare. A few things that we also have are these brochures or flyers, I guess you could call them, that you can hand out. What these are is we send them to you in a PDF. You can print them off. We put our information in here. So here's Alfred's information here. You can drop those off at the universities, at the credit unions, at the local VFW, whatever it is. You can drop those off, directing people to myseniorventure.com/Alfred. That's an example of one. It gives all the information there that My Senior Venture might supply to a prospective client, as well as another one here, Alfred E. Newman. This is a very popular one that a lot of agents use. Comes in a trifold. You can print a bunch of those off, put your information in there. Really simple. /Alfred. Really easy for agents to do that. So going into the leads, speaking on the leads, a lot of you don't quite know what iMDirect is. So this is just, like Nick said, the tip of the iceberg of what we are doing here at iMDirect. Real quickly, I kind of just want to go over what our program is and what we can offer agents out there in the selling in the Medicare supplement business. So this is our website, imdirect.net. You can visit it at any time. I know that a lot of you probably saw that on our email blast and went to our website. Just really quickly would like to give you an overview of some of the things that we have to offer. Obviously, it's known that we work directly with Mutual of Omaha. It's the only carrier that we actually are contracted with. So obviously, if there's agents out there that are already contracted, there's some things that we can do to help you in the business that other FMOs aren't going to give you. Things that we give you that they're not going to be able to offer to you. So just real quickly going over our website, the recognizable carrier that we work with is Mutual of Omaha. They're an A+ rated carrier. We focus on their senior market products with their Medicare supplements first, and then final expense life insurance. But we do also offer all their traditional products as well, traditional life products under 65, disability, long-term care, all those types of products, we offer them as well. If they have the Mutual of Omaha name, we can offer it to you. But like I said, focusing on the senior market, Medicare supplements is our #1 focus. Like I said, we have a full portfolio of products to help you expand your business. Obviously, you guys know we give the free enrollment to MySeniorventure. It's a great marketing tool. And once again, if anybody has any questions about this or anything iMDirect, go ahead and type them in, or our information. If you want to go to our site, our number and everything is here. If you want to give us a call after this is over, definitely we'll be willing to take any calls if you do not want to type them in the chat. Getting back to the website here, free enrollment, your personalized website. You can put your picture on there. You can connect with your community. MySeniorventure, great tool. One thing that we're going to do that a lot of FMOs aren't going to do for you is when an agent who is actively selling in the Medicare supplement market, we reach out to you or you reach out to us, we give you a customizable, free, one-time, 1,000-piece lead drop. So it's with your contracting. If you're selling Medicare supplements, we give it to you with your contracting. If you're not necessarily in the Medicare supplement business, but you want to jump into that business as well, the lead drop is there for you to use as well. What we like to say to our agents is when we start seeing some business written, we'll give you a 1,000-piece lead drop. If you're not selling in that business, we'll wait a little while to give you that lead drop, just to know that we're working with you. Obviously, everybody knows how those lead drops go. That's a $475 value. Here at iMDirect, we give that to you with your contracting. Another thing that we do that you're not going to find anywhere else is for every policy that you write with Mutual of Omaha, you actually get $50 deposited into a marketing account. So once the money in that account accumulates, and this is on top of your commission rates, so once that money in that account accumulates, you can actually use it to buy another lead drop, to buy a ad on the radio, to use it for everyday business overhead expenses. So if it's pens, paper, if it's 20 apps and you have $1,000 in your account, you can actually use that money to buy a laptop if it's something that you want to do. So anything that's going to help you grow your Medicare supplement business, ultimately selling the Mutual of Omaha product, you can use that money in there for. A couple of other things, we do a discounted E&O insurance program, and then another cool thing that we do an annual trip. This year's trip is actually going to be to Las Vegas in March. And right now, we actually increased our Medicare supplement point totals. So for any Medicare supplement that you sell up until the end of the year, it's actually wrong on this site, but this is actually, it was 0.65 points. It's actually 1 point per application. So if you're an agent and you join on us up until the end of the year, you can actually write 50 Mutual of Omaha MedSup policies. By the end of the year, you can actually join us on our trip to Las Vegas. Or you also see all the other products that we offer and how our trip works. Just going back over everything that we talked about today, this is iMDirect. Obviously, if you have any questions, you can definitely give us a call or shoot us over an email, info@imdirect.net. We have an online contracting on our site as well. If it's something that you want to take advantage of right away, you can go on there. I would recommend giving us a phone call first, and we can walk you through the process, or we can actually get you out paper contracting if it's something that you are interested in. Just recapping our session here today, MySeniorventure is just a great way for agents to help them grow their business in the senior market. Once again, we do offer that site for free to our agents for 1 year. Usually costs $35, a way to create organic leads, unlike any other system is going to do in your community. There may be a lot of agents out there that are non-resident licensed. How cool would this be to set up a meeting in somebody 4 states away? You may have a phone conference with them, jump on that phone conference, tell them to go to your site first, get some information about Medicare supplements, tell them to write down any questions they may have, and then you jump on with them. They're going to be the smartest MedSup clients that you're going to find because of this site, because of the videos and everything that it offers. So recapping everything today, doesn't look like we have any questions. Oh, actually, I got one here. Let's see. what is Trent's marketing pitch to organizations such as credit unions? Trenton, are you still on the call with us? Trenton jumped off. He's a very busy man. I can kind of answer that knowing with talking with Trenton and knowing the marketing pitch to organizations such as credit unions. It would be dropping off these brochures, talking to their bankers at the credit union, the employees of the credit union, to actually have them, there may be an agent that's actually working with that credit union. He can drop off his brochures. He can have them direct the credit union customers to go to the site, to get information. You know, people who use credit unions actually have a really close relationship to their banker, to their bank. You know, so the way that he's doing that is he's actually just getting the name out there so they can spread it for him. To hit on the employees, what Nick talked about, there are a lot of organizations out there, or businesses out there, I guess, companies that if I were the agent, I would go into a company around here, which we're in Nebraska, so I would go out to a company here is called Nucor. So I could go into Nucor, I could talk to their HR director. They have over 350, 400 employees. I would say, you know, I know that when your employees are aging into the senior market, it is very expensive for you to keep their insurance going. Or a lot of them aren't versed in what senior market insurance is, what Medicare insurance is. So I would actually go to them and say, hey, you know, I can take care of your senior market clients. My name is Alfred. I have this site. You can direct them to the site. I would drop off a few of these brochures. And then just an easy way to create organic leads throughout your community. Easy way. So hopefully, Nick, do you have anything to reiterate on that question about the credit unions?
Yeah, a lot of times the information that some of those businesses need to get out to their employees is it's not always free. A lot of it it comes with a cost. And your marketing pitch could be, I have a free outlet for your employees to learn about Medicare and what I can do for them and how I can help them basically get set up for their retirement. So the marketing pitch is a free service. You're giving somebody a free tool to help their employees.
Hopefully that answered that one. Another question here, do you pay the $35 monthly fee after the first year? We do not pay that fee after the first year because we take care of your first $35. We're giving you a lot of things here at MySeniorVenture, the free lead drop, $35 a month paying for the MySeniorVenture. But the good thing about that $35 a month is then our marketing account that you receive. You get $50 for every policy that you issue with us. So then you could then turn that into the cash flow that you're using to pay for this site. So we have a number of avenues that we want to get you set up for the first year. And then, if it's something, a tool that you really utilize, which a lot of agents should be utilizing, we do not take care of that after the first year. But like I said, the marketing account is something that can take care of that for you.
A lot of times, like he said, that cost can be supplemented using those marketing dollars. Like our webinar invite email alluded to, not a lot of agents have cash for their marketing. That's what we're trying to help take care of for you with the marketing account, with building the MySeniorVenture portfolio, basically. I mean, when you're taking advantage of MySeniorVenture, you're really just trying to build a portfolio of sites that you've sent out to companies and organizations like bingo halls, rec centers, where people just, they see that website and go to it. So our whole idea is to help you with the marketing and being able to offer those, those products to your clients once those leads do get generated to you. The next question I see here is, do you do income planning services for the senior market, as well as single premium life, income planning, or asset protection? The carrier that we work with is Mutual of Omaha. That is the one carrier that we work with. The reason why that we focus on one is because of all the incentives that we have to write your mutual through us. So there's kind of and like Jeff had said, we're in Norfolk, Nebraska. We're an hour and a half outside Omaha. We've got a great relationship with Mutual. So any products that might be available through them are the products that you can offer utilizing this site that's exclusive to us. And so I guess I don't know if that, maybe Jeff can finish up that answer as well.
our focus is the senior market in, Medicare, final expense. Like I said, we do, when you contract with us, and Nick just pointed this out, that we do offer all of the Mutual of Omaha products. So they do have single premium life. We offer annuities. We offer, the long-term care. Anything that Mutual of Omaha has, we can get it for you. So I'm not saying that we're well-versed in income planning for seniors. I would say that we're experts in the Medicare market. We work for just a little background, like Trenton gave the background for the MySeniorventure, a little bit of background about iMDirect. We are a newer marketing organization. We are a division of Premier companies. A lot of you may have heard of it, Premier Senior Marketing. We work for the FMO, Premier Marketing. We're a division. We have over 200 employees that work here at Premier, and so we have a ton of assets that we can go to, experts in those fields of annuities, of long-term care, of traditional life insurance. So we have avenues to go. If we can't answer a question for you personally, we have experts here that know everything there is to know about the senior market, as well as life products and things to point on there. So iMDirect is part of Premier, which a lot of you have heard of. Premier's been around since the 60s. We're a great organization. PremierSMI.com is the email address for there, or sorry, is the website for Premier if you have any questions about them or want to get in contact with them. I don't see any more questions on here today. What I would like to do is, if any of you definitely have questions or want any more information about what we reached on today, our phone number is 855-205-1873. We're a group of 5 marketers that can answer any of your questions regarding the Medicare and Mutual of Omaha products. We're all well versed on MySeniorventure. So ultimately, if you have any questions about either of those and you would like more information about how we run, go ahead and give us a call or else email us. But I would just like to say thank you again for joining us today. If you do have any friends that you would like to, friends that may be agents or anybody off the top of your head that could use a little support like the support that we give, we would definitely appreciate you giving our name out to them. Nick, do you have anything to close with?
No, I don't. Just wanted to thank everybody for staying on, listening to us talk, and asking any questions you had. Like Jeff said, email, call with any further questions, and I look forward to speaking with you guys in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.